Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. The three from George. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
There is no way. No way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report? Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
And let's step back for a second to look at the top shooting point guards in basketball this season. Freak, number 1.
And that percentage is what you'd expect to see from your big man. I mean, to get it from a guy who spends most of his time on the perimeter says a lot about his efficiency.
He has been absolutely deadly from the field, and that's because he's just as good at creating his own shots as he is at getting shots for his teammates. He knows how to find the shots.
The clock runs out.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
George in at point guard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Clark in at the 2 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was just a man on a mission. He ended with 31 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
And then Johnson with the jam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Passes it to Boyd. The kick out to Collison. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against Brooklyn.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
For the Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Bass. Freak comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Kings also making a change. Bellinelli's checked in. The drive by Collison. Johnson's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Diaw, the screen from the corner. And Parker with the basket on the assist by George. And the Spurs lead by 18.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Over to the left wing. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Dishes it to Exum. Shoots the three. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 8 here in this one already. And for 3, Collison. And it would have counted had it.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the court for Sacramento, they've got Warren. Jody Meeks out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Boyd in at the center position. And George with the stuff.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Fires from deep. Sacramento grabs the miss. Gay's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Bellinelli kicks to Meeks. That one rolling around and rims out.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
The feed now to Pondexter. Outside, George. Shot from 12. George missing again. And for the Kings, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Olenek, he's checked in for the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Johnson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Thornton comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Here's Olenek, and it's blocked. Leonard against Gay, and Meeks kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Meeks. Boyd the pass to Gay. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Pass with a screen for George. He kicks it to Clark. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's George missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Johnson dishes to Meeks. It's Clark with the rebound.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Timeout Spurs. And now, your Spurs dance team.
And the Spurs making a change. Aldridge is checked in. The Kings also with the sub. Collison's out there. Spurs leading by 20. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Trying to get back on track. And there's the nice layup by Leonard.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Collison with it. Leonard picks up. Up. Feeds it to Johnson. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got his third rebound tonight. The shot by George, wide open. Cans it from downtown. George has got 24 points.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Here's Gay. It's in and good for his sixth field goal in 10 attempts.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Move the ball.
It's George on the wing. He's covered by Collison. Right side, Leonard. He feeds it to George. Puts up a three, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. George has got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Well, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for George. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And Thornton kicks to Collison. It's Gay on the wing. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Here we go, San Antonio. The Spurs Gates team.
Outside, George. No good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
LaMarcus, it looked like the team and you were really feeling good out there, making things happen at both ends of the floor.
It was fun for me, I think guys are, finding their rhythm and, crashing the boards, making shots. And I think just, being good down there.
Well done, LaMarcus. We appreciate the time as always. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. What you think, Kenny?
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.